Pwelar 101.9, where news are freshly served. Good afternoon, Republic of the Philippines. You're now tuning to Pwelar 101.9, where news are freshly served. And for today's news, Mayon alert may still be lowered. RPA suppliers to ship 25% more rice to avert shortages. Bush worried about Smith. Speed kills, and that's what Cottle learned. Clippers get rare win over Lakers. Jolie steals bread from Jen. Pac-Man gave a car to his mom. And for the latest weather forecast. For top news of the day, Mayon alert may still be lowered. An official of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology said on Monday that the agency might further lower their alert status of Mayon volcano from the current 3 to 2 in a week's time if the Restri volcano showed signs of improvement. Depending on what we observe, in a week's time we will lower it to alert level 2. In Legazpi City, students, parents, and teachers were happy about the orderly and clean classrooms that welcomed them to evacuees who had occupied and turned them over yesterday. Weak steaming suggests no force from the volcano anymore and that the possibility of a major explosion is low. Mayon continued to emit high sulfur dioxide content, last measured at more than 2,000 tons per day on Saturday because of the shallow magma of the volcano's sulfur. In its bulletin Monday, PBOK said it recorded 7 volcanic eruptions and 33 rockfall events related to the detachment of lava fragmentation on the volcano's upper slope. The volatility of Mayon disrupted the schooling of 24,536 pupils early last month. The volcano, the most active among the country's 22 active volcanoes, has erupted at least 50 times since 1616. Its worst eruption burned Cagsawa town and killed 1,200 people in 1814. An eruption in 1993 killed 77 farmers. RPA supplies to ship 25% more rice to avert shortages. The Philippines has supplies to ship 25% more rice by contracted for purchases since November. An official said as the nation seeks to avert food shortages after storm damaged last year's harvest. The state-run National Food Authority, which has bought about 1.8 million metric tons of the grain since November for delivery this year, used its options to order an additional 450,000 tons. Marketing Director Romeo Jimenez said, "We haven't discussed any new tender because of a new reorder." Jimenez said in a full interview for Manila, the country may secure as much as 2.25 million tons if suppliers agree to sell as prices settled in the last quarter. He said, the volume is 7.4% for the year's global trade forecast by the U.S. Department of Agriculture of 3.35 million tons. Rice prices have gained 21% in the past 6 months as storm damaged 1.3 million tons of crops in the Philippines and on concern India. The second biggest grower may become a net buyer this year. Companies that had won supply contracts from the National Food Authority may not agree to sell additional volumes as prices have since climbed, forcing the Philippines to return to the market. Rakesh Sai, a trader at New Delhi-based Amos International, said by phone today, the Philippines raised its budget from the December 15 level 21% to 18.525 billion pesos or $403 million after prices surged, allowing the government to buy 586,554 tons from the offers that day, the biggest purchase of the foreign tender last quarter.
Here's Pamela for foreign news.
Thank you, William, for our foreign news. DFA Bush worried about Smith. 4 days before the Filipino judge who found him guilty of raping a Filipino woman child, the U.S. holder's request to be transferred to U.S. custody. U.S. President George W. Bush emphasized the need for the Philippine government to abide by the Vicinity Forces Agreement. President Bush mentioned the case of Lance Corporal Daniel Smith and said the Philippine government must respect an agreement. The Department of Foreign Affairs said in a statement released yesterday. The U.S. President was apparently concerned over the detention of Smith, 21, at the Makati City Jail and raised the contentious custody issue of the convicted Marine with Philippine Ambassador to Washington, Willie Gaa, when the latter presented his credentials to Bush at the White House last December 9.
Thank you, Pamela, and for Parati 101 here, Rose Jane and Lara says Collado.
You can talk all you want, but my skin is really thick. I'm the leader of the crowd, and my game is really slick. I'm unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable.
Thanks to you, William. Ma'am Tupacman, thanks for the card. John Santos City, when Manny Pacquiao's bank account became fatter after he floored Derek Morales on November 19, his mother Jonisha said she only wanted the car as a balata for her son. Manny, just give me a car. Jonisha told the television station after his son debated Morales to become World Boxing Council super featherweight champion. On Wednesday, Jonisha got more than what she wished for. Pacquiao gave her the Toyota which was previously used by his wife Jinky. Although the car was not brand new, it does not have any flood because Jinky had reused it.
Thank you, Rose, and what's with the Hollywood, Lara?
Thank you, William. Jolie stole Brad from Jen. New York City, Angelina Jolie never meant to steal Hollywood heartthrob Brad Pitt away from Friends star Jennifer Aniston. The bombshell actress says that candid interview with Vogue magazine due to out this week. In her first major interview to address her relationship with 10 Southtown's hottest property, Jolie also shot down speculation that the Hollywood pair are planning to get hitched. Jolie and Pitt were thrown together on the set of action flick Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2003. And although Jolie doesn't say whether anything happened at the time, Pitt and Aniston announced their split just over a year later. And that's all for our entertainment news. Back to you, William.
Thank you for that sizzling news, Rose and Lara. And now for sports news, here's Eliezer to give you the latest events.
Thank you, William. And for sports news, speed kills. And that's what Coro learned. One factor that destroyed David Diaz, Ricky Hatton, and Oscar De La Hoya was what Miguel Cotto also did. Speed kills. Larry Merchant, a well-known HBO boxing analyst, said after Manny scored a 12 rounds against the stronger, bigger, but battered Puerto Rican to win the WBO welterweight title last Saturday in Las Vegas, Nevada. In all, Pacquiao landed 336 out of the 780 punches he threw to Cotto, while Cotto connected only 122 of the 597 blows. If we will be looking through percentage, Pacquiao was ahead 43% to Cotto's 29%. This is Pacquiao's best performance given the quality of opponent and the volume of punches he received, said by the veteran boxing analyst. And for other sports news, Clippers get rare win over Lakers. The resurgent Clippers held off the Lakers to win 102 over 91 on Wednesday, snapping a 9-game losing streak in the NBA's Battle of Los Angeles. Baron Davis scored 25 points and Chris Kaman added 21 points and 14 rebounds for the Clippers, who beats the defending NBA champions for the first time since 2006 to 2007. The Clippers have won 5 straight at home for the first time since a 6-game winning streak in the same season. Kobe Bryant scored 33 points as the Lakers' 4-game winning streak ended. That was a great sports news, Eliezer. Pamela, did you ever wonder the weather today?
No, but maybe we can have it some RV. How's the clouds?
Thank you, William, for weather forecast. Northern monsoon affecting Luzon, Visayas, and northern Mindanao. The northern and eastern sections of Luzon will experience mostly cloudy skies with scattered rain showers, while Visayas and Mindanao will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. The rest of Luzon will partly cloudy with isolated rain showers. Moderate to strong winds blowing from the northeast will prevail over the country, and coastal waters will be moderate to rough. Back to you, William. What a great day to start. And that's for today's news. I'm William Reyes.
I'm Pamela Mostores.
I'm Elder Katangaw.
I'm Larissa Escoliado.
I'm Marvin Mendoza.
I'm Rosine Quito.
And this is Power 105.9, where you are freshly served.